What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I've got a super quick video for you guys, just making a key correction to yesterday's video regarding the nerf to the Maddox. This is something where there was actually a typo in the patch notes at the time. I had several people pointing out this was a typo in the notes. I reached out to the devs to confirm whether or not this was a typo in the notes, or if they meant to make this change, but it just didn't make it into the game. And they did confirm this was just a typo, and they've now fixed that in their patch notes. But let's take a better look at this so we can see exactly what actually changed with that Maddox nerf, not what the patch notes stated would be changed. And this is what it looked like in yesterday's video, where they mentioned that the second and third damage values were reduced to 19 and 16 respectively, meaning, according to the notes at least, the Maddox would drop from a 4-shot kill immediately to a 6-shot kill. It turns out the damage values were a typo, so those didn't actually change, but the range values did still change on us. So this is what it actually looks like now. Just like before, we are going from a 4 to 5 to 6-shot kill rather than 4 to 6 to 7-shot kill. And this means while the Maddox has still been noticeably nerfed, it's a whole lot better than what it looked like in the patch notes yesterday. And while we still did see the reduction to our movement speed values, very slight reduction, but a reduction nonetheless. And also, as I showed yesterday, we do see quite a bit more recoil with the Maddox, even though the initial recoil is still pretty easy to control. At the end of the day, this was obviously not nearly as bad of a nerf as it initially appeared, and I would say the Maddox is still a very solid gun to be using, and they essentially just took some of that edge off, so it's not going to be quite as versatile. And honestly, this is a much more appropriate nerf, and more so what I expected to see with the Maddox. I was a bit surprised yesterday at how much they had apparently destroyed the Maddox, but turns out that wasn't actually the case. And since I've got you here, there's a couple other things that I don't really feel are worth a full video, but I thought I'd tag on to this video since it's a short one anyway. The first thing I wanted to point out is a lot of people were asking, what about the scout fix we were expecting? That didn't come with yesterday's updates, and the scout fix is something that Matt Schranz confirmed on Twitter would be coming, where it will no longer be a full hard counter to the harp, and instead it'll work just like Ghost does when active. So you'll show up as a non-real-time dot rather than an arrow if you aren't using Ghost or Scout. When asked about when this is coming and why it wasn't in the update, he essentially just said it required a code, full patch, and difficult timings with seasonal dates and holidays, so it didn't actually make it into this update, but it will be coming in a title update soon. And then one last thing I wanted to point out here that I think is interesting news, we have a 10v10 mosh pit playlist now in Black Ops 7, and that should be live now at the time of you watching this video. And there we have it. That's going to wrap it up for this quick one. And I am curious to hear from you guys, now that we've seen the proper adjustment to the Maddox showing up here, what are your thoughts on this change? Do you now feel like this was not enough of a nerf to the Maddox, or do you think it was much more appropriate than what we saw yesterday? Just let me know all of those thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.